Welcome to Ines Pires Talks. Today we have a special guest, Miss Myriam Taylor, the founder and chief dream officer of the brand Mushima, the caviar system. Myriam, welcome to Ines Pires Talks. These talks are about the application of business protocol, international affairs, corporate diplomacy, and the use of soft diplomacy in international businesses and as well in public sector. So I'd like to know, how are you using the business protocol to actually achieve the goals of the internationalization of your company, Mushima? Talk about Mushima. What is Mushima? What is the caviar system?
First of all, I would like to thank you, Ines, for receiving me here, and to congratulate you on these talks. I'm a big fan of your talks. Mushima works as we have a biotech company component and a cosmetic company. But we work a little bit further than just being a ordinary biotech company or ordinary cosmetic company. And this is because we are about representation. So the story is that there is a lack of representation across many sectors, and we work as a brand on a mission, let's say, to leverage greater representation and inclusion across all sectors. Being myself a woman, and on top of that being a black woman, you don't see many people like me running biotech companies or cosmetic lines. The reason why I actually started the business was because I couldn't find products that would fit my needs on the luxury end. So that was always for many women is still an issue, that you cannot find products with good quality ingredients. And this is the reason why I decided to start the company. To work on how cross-culture comes together, making us understand the other. Usually, I think the fact that we have so many wars around the world is because people are trying to impose their own culture instead of trying to know the other. So I think in that case, ISPD plays a very, very important role, because it really enables one to know the other in a better fashion.
Now discussing a little bit about the challenges that you were referring to, do you believe in soft diplomacy or corporate diplomacy, stakeholders mapping, and all the techniques that here in Ines Pires Talks I've discussed with other guests to be relevant to address and solve those challenges?
Oh, definitely, because I was born in Portugal and I know the culture from the country, but when you want to expand and internationalize, you play definitely a key role in that, because you enable us to come on a different way, giving us a different perspective on the way that we should relate to the local market and to the local agents and to the people that eventually you make bridges with. So sorry, you facilitate in a way our company. For instance, let me take, for instance, this precise example. We came here to Oman, and all of the mission was prepared by ISPD, and not even before coming to Oman, I've been briefed about the culture, about certain aspects that were really important, so that when you arrive to a country that you are not acquainted with, you really don't want to shock the people, or you don't want to clash with the local culture, and in that way you bridge it very well.
I have a last question for you. As a businesswoman, what are the features of the future of the businesses? What are the relevant topics that is important for developing your business, for business development in the near future?
Yeah, from my experience and perspective, it's a matter of adaptability, definitely. So each market has its own particularities, and so the people. And the tendency that we see in the world is that, unfortunately, with globalization, people try to uniformize everything, but our aim for the brand is totally different. Our direction goes on an opposite way. So the idea will be in a near future to have factories in each one of the continental areas, and develop locally with the local ingredients, and co-creating with demands from the locals, new products that serve the needs from the locals. So basically, I think that's the way to go. The fact that usually we are not very careful towards diversity. So we create diversity without inclusion. And as I told you before, Ines, our brand has a mission to make more people and even politicians aware of the lack of inclusion that our country has. So we live indeed on a very diversified country, however segregated. So my aim is to contribute somehow to diminish or even erase, if possible, that segregation. I think that because of the history we have a bigger responsibility. Portugal has been an imperialist country and went to many countries, and because you are always responsible for your past decisions, there comes a time when you need to take responsibility for it. So, and become adult, a grown-up. And to be a grown-up country is to admit your past bad decisions, and to look forward to at least accommodate and welcome and treat well the people that come to you looking for help, even when they are running away from a war, for instance. So I really love the experience I had here in Oman, and the key factor for that was actually the people, the way people treat you. They are very welcoming, and they really keen on you moving here. So, and I felt that they made me feel at home. And I should say that it's not always the case in Portugal. So I would like to be in a far front of that movement that tries to create awareness for greater social inclusion.
Thank you for watching the Ines Pires Talks with Myriam today. Please be here next week so we can encounter new people and discuss new topics.